The OnePlus 6T was launched earlier today in New York City, and I didn't manage to go unfortunately, but I did make it to the UK event, where I got hands-on with the turbocharged version of this year's flagship killer. Looks-wise, very similar, if not identical to the OnePlus 6, which is kind of to be expected. I mean, this isn't the OnePlus 7. The only real distinguishing differences between the two is the notch, a dewdrop style for the T. So there's no facial recognition in there, but instead we have the fingerprint scanner built into the display, just like on the new Huawei Mate 20 Pro, which I'm on record saying isn't really that fast. But to be fair to Huawei, in a recent update that I actually installed today, they have improved the speed of that fingerprint scanner. But I'm feeling that it's not as quick as the one on the OnePlus 6. OnePlus claim that this is the fastest fingerprint system around and can get you unlocked in just 0.34 of a second. And when I tested it, it did seem very quick. Still not as quick as the normal fingerprint reader, but plenty fast enough. I'll have to wait until I get one to confirm that. Specs wise, we have a Qualcomm Snapdragon 845 processor running at a ridiculously fast 2.8 GHz, 6 or 8 gigs of low power DDR4 memory, either 128 or 256 gigs of storage, a 3700 mAh battery with OnePlus's 20 watt fast charge system. On the front, we've got a 6.4 inch AMOLED display with Full HD Plus resolution at 1080 by 2340 and a 19.5 by 9 screen aspect. It seems like an excellent screen, especially with that dewdrop notch. It has a screen to body ratio of 85.6% and comes covered with the new Corning Gorilla Glass 6, so it should be super tough. We've still got the mute switch on the side, although we've lost the 3.5mm headphone jack, which I know a lot of people are going to be a bit upset about. And on the front, the only other noticeable design change is that we have a slightly smaller chin. We've got the new Oxygen operating system based on Android 9 Pie, and this is where OnePlus has worked hard to provide good integration between the software and its hardware. The OnePlus 6 was known for having very swift and reliable software, and OnePlus claimed that they have built on that. We have full screen gestures 2.0 with this phone. The old Android buttons can still be used if you prefer, but the new way of navigating is pretty sweet. Swipe up from the bottom to go back to the home screen, swipe up and hold to get your list of apps, and swipe up from either the bottom left of the screen or the bottom right of the screen to go back. OnePlus say that they have spent a lot of time working on making the gesture system as smooth and as fast as possible, and I think I prefer this way to the Mate 20, which has you swiping from the side to go back. The camera system is similar to before, a 16 megapixel sensor on the front with a 25mm f2.0 lens and auto HDR. On the rear, we have a 16 megapixel main sensor with an f1.7 25mm full frame equivalent lens. There's also a 20 megapixel sensor with the same 25mm f1.7 lens, phase detection autofocus, but no OIS. Video is recorded at up to 4K 60 frames per second and has gyroscopic EIS. Being so similar to the previous camera system on the OnePlus 6, expect this one to be pretty good, but again, we'll have to wait and see until we get one in the studio. The OnePlus 6 will be available in two colours at launch, Mirror Black and Midnight Black. You'll be able to buy one in the UK from the 6th of November, and prices will start at £499 for the base 128GB version with 6 gigs of RAM. 8 gigs of RAM with 128GB storage will cost you £529, and the 256 version with 8 gigs of RAM will cost you £579. And that's only available in the Midnight Black. A quick shout out to our sponsors Direct Mobiles, who sponsor us here at Btekt. They have a great selection of the latest phones, and over 23 years of award-winning customer service. So if you're looking for a new phone, it's a great place to go. Check the description below for a link to their deals, or search directmobiles.co.uk. So that's it from me. This was just a quick one from the UK OnePlus event. I'll be getting my hands on this phone very soon, so if you're interested in this one, make sure you hit that subscribe button, double click the notification bell, and smash that like button. I'm David Wildman, and this was Btekt.